What's good, people? We're here live on the Horror with SturdySturdovision it is. Talking some Savage Beach. And I figured, before I even show you the guys, I gotta show you what the fuck we're watching. And I'm gonna bring them in as the trailer is playing. But just to show you guys what you're getting, it's gonna be pretty damn ridiculous.
Is Savage Beach. In Hard Ticket to Hawaii, undercover federal agents Donna Hamilton and Taryn Kendall saved the country from drug smugglers.
Is that what they are?
Hope you guys are
I'm entirely sure they were undercover.
In
Listen.
Picasso Trigger,
Another reason why they wore that tan,
saved the world
duh,
from the
it
brutal
blends
hand
in
of
with the beach, with the sand.
assassin.
Come on now.
In Savage Beach, they are the targets for murder. This time, they'd better save themselves.
Woo! You heard that they better save themselves. Savage Beach.
Hey, once you get to Kung Fu Island,
Listen,
Kung Fu Island.
Kung Fu Island is a magical place.
You ain't wrong.
Take it back tonight. Song's so powerful.
It really draws you in.
To the center of a
Yes.
search for a ton of gold. Where
ton.
there's
Ton.
gold, there's
that was
greed,
like a cigar
and
box.
rules the
Not a
land.
ton.
A paradise haunted
Back
by
in the
a
day-
mysterious presence.
That was a
Take
ton.
cover. This is no ordinary day in the sun.
It's
Terror
not.
reigns on the shores of Savage Beach.
Whew. Savage Beach, guys.
Savage Beach.
Savage Beach.
Savage
That's what
Beach.
we're picking the night off with.
Beach.
A far less pales in comparison to Hard Ticket to Hawaii, but you know.
I mean, it wasn't bad though. It was almost like these movies can play off of each other. Like one can be the sequel to the other, or fucking if they were a TV series, this would be like episode 4. The other one would be like episode 1 through 3. This would be 4, 5, and 6.
That's fair.
Very connected. It was the same two chicks, basically doing the same exact shit.
It's not the same actresses.
There was a lot. They looked the same, Mick.
Make it like white people all look the same.
They might as well be the same.
No,
They
no.
might as
Well,
well
I
be
mean,
the same.
I mean, as far as like they went for the typical blonde look in both
Yeah.
movies, with the tan shit in both movies to blend them at the beach,
Yep.
and for
Yeah.
safety measures, not only for camouflage, but because here we go with the camera fucking up again. But guess what, OBS? I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna keep talking. But
Because you're too late.
to where
At
they
least it froze at a good spot, Sturd.
Bye, Sturdy.
to where they what was I saying?
Get the
Let's talk about the chicks.
invisibility cloak on.
Yeah, listen, man, I'm like Harry Potter, chocolate Harry Potter, man, Sturdy Potter.
Chocolate.
I got a movie idea now.
Hey, listen, I'm all ears.
Chocolate Harry Potter.
Didn't they just make that movie? What was it called? The Magical.
The Magical Muse? Yeah, they didn't.
Society
I
of
don't
Magical.
count that because guess who wasn't in it? Sturdy Potter. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't. That means it didn't happen.
Sturdy Potter.
Make that disappear.
Oh, you're ridiculous.
I'm playing.
He waves his wand and they all show up.
I'm married, but I can't do that anymore.
That is not where I thought he was going, Sturdy. I did not think he was going there. I was
Listen, it's
literally thinking
Sturdovision. I don't know where it's ever
Wingardium
going.
Leviosa.
So on Sturdovision, I'm just like, all right, it's late. It's probably going to be going in this direction, so I might as well just go ahead and lead it there.
Lean into it.
Yeah.
Dude. Oh my god.
But so I want to ask a roundtable question or round Sturdo question. Whatever
I'm
you
not
want to
answering any questions at this time.
I don't care. Here's my question.
Okay.
Is this your first time watch? For
Yes.
everybody around the room.
Savage Beach. I'm gonna say yes. I don't really remember it, but I did watch a lot of these types of movies way back in the day.
Okay, cool. So this might be my first. I think this is my first time watch like one sitting all the way through. But I know I've watched bits and pieces to watch it all the way through, sneaking and watching, of course, with my brothers. But
That
man,
grainy Cinemax like
No.
between the channels.
No. We had one of them magical boxes where you just somehow had everything. And this was back in the 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah,
I was a kid then.
I remember those lovely boxes.
Yeah.
Where TV made it seem like cable, you could just steal it so easily.
Yes. Yeah. Now you really have to work for it. But Jesus. But no, I enjoyed it.
But yeah, so the first time I remember watching, I was telling you guys off air. So I might as well, actually, I was telling you guys in the watch party, so I'll tell you guys on the live as well. As I remember watching this with my brother Christian and my brother Henry. We're old enough. We're not going to get grounded or spankings anymore, guys. You don't have to be scared. So I remember we were watching this shit, right? We're like, oh, Savage Beach, blah, 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 blah. It says something about nudity. Let's check it out. We're teenagers. So, of course, you're going to check it out. And my mother had one of those. She had a blue Zuzu Trooper, and that shit backfired. It was loud already. It needed an exhaust, and it backfired like a motherfucker. That shit from blocks and blocks away. Like there would be times where, like, you know how you could have friends over damn near every day, but your mother would be like, at least wait till I get home before you have people in my house. We have people in the house before that, but you'd hear it from blocks and blocks away. So you hear the like, yo, just go outside, go run up the street because you live up the street anyway. And like, once you hear her truck pull in the driveway, start walking up the street and just knock on the door. And that's what they would do. And come in. Why do you guys come in so soon? We just want to hang out. You said we have to wait till you get home. We can hear you. And that's what we did for Savage Beach too. We heard her around the corner, but we were quicker turning it off just to be safe. Like you don't know, you don't want to see the reflection because we were watching this shit right in the living room like a bunch of dumbasses. But actually, that's where the box was too. If we bring the box up in our room, it's gonna look very fucking suspicious. So you leave it in the living room and you just take that risk. And it's like we hear mom coming, and she didn't catch us. We turned the 64 back on and started playing. I want to say WrestleMania 2000. Shout out to that game. I missed those games. I missed those days. I missed playing those games like in person together. It was the best. Don't get me wrong. The whole playing online together with your friends and family is amazing, especially because we're all adults now. We live in different cities and states. But there's nothing like gaming in one room with your peoples and talking that.
Especially the four-way.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's why. That's why when you
what
talk
was your big game? What was like the game you truly remember all of you playing in that high time?
There was a few.
NHL 96 and 97 were two huge runs for us.
For me, it was Madden 92. I played every year for Madden for several years, but when they had the NFL license finally and had you have the NFL players, that was
big thing.
It was a very, very big thing. It was a lot of high school after school playing that game, game quite a bit.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Star Fox 64 was pretty big among them, dude.
Bond
was bigger, I guess. Bond was bigger.
Yeah, first Rumble Pack exclusive. Star Fox is a gem.
We had a few because we had Madden, but that came. I feel like that came later, more towards 64 and on. Fucking Mario Party was one just because all four of us can play, but I think WrestleMania was a big one because you could do those games like tournament style. So even if there was like 8 of us, it's like, yo, whoever loses first or whatever team loses first, or you'd say pass the P like they used to. So you got to pass that controller up, but that's just how you would do it. And I miss those days though. Like as mad as you would get at the person that was always like, I had one, shout out to my boy Joseph. He was always the best at every fucking game. Like you could buy a game. I've done this plenty of times, and my cousin Michael can attest to this. You could buy a game, guys. Play it for like a straight month. Don't even let him know you have it. First time this motherfucker plays it, he's gonna whoop your ass in it, and it pisses you the fuck off every fucking time. It's like, what the fuck? Out of the 1,000 times that he beats you, you might beat him like 6 times, and you're gonna let him have it. But then that's gonna be like it. Like you beat like 6 times within the 30 years of friendship, and you're gonna let him hear it. But that's it. And I still miss those fucking times because there was like the best times of just like, holy shit, we're all in a room together playing a game or watching a movie.
Did you guys do the arcade? Did you guys do the arcade thing?
Yes.
Because Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter, that was those battles was a big damn deal. Yeah, NFL Blitz. Blitz
and NBA Jam was our top 2.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We used to go to an arcade called, which I want to hear everybody's stories with this before we dive into this movie because it is nostalgic with Savage Beach. It came out in '89.
Yeah.
But so we used to go to this arcade out here called WoW, and there were so many games there that were free or a nickel. The games that cost money for the most part was, of course, the sports games like NBA Jam or Blitz. That was $1. It was a quarter per quarter. Any of the ticket games, it cost whatever it cost, and then some other games here and there would cost a nickel. Like if you want some candy or some silly shit like that. But there was a good chunk of games that were fun games that didn't cost anything at all. And you may have to pay a little price to get in there, but it was still a really good time. We do that, and we go to McDonald's right after. Oh, I miss those times. But yeah, so what about you guys with I'll say with arcades. What was your guys' big memory with like a fun arcade you guys used to go to?
Jeez, I mean the first wrestling, whatever, I can't remember, what was it called? WWF Wrestling Challenge or something, but
yeah,
it was like the beginning it would show like Ted DiBiase and the Giant or somebody was getting ready to fight or whatever, and they would challenge something for the belt, and you had Hogan and
basically WrestleMania �89. It was basically
yeah. That was a big deal because I discovered that game like on a family trip. We went to Orlando that year. For that whole week, anytime I could get to the arcade, I was playing the hell out of that shit. You know, until I found it once I got back home. But that was just a memorable moment because I mean, at that time of my life, man, WWE was life back then. Man.
Life, yeah.
Because we thought all that shit was 100% real, and you couldn't tell us anything different at that damn time.
Until they pulled over Hogan with the Iron Sheik and
Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Until that happened, I thought it was real. I was like, this is real. Man. I was heartbroken. I was like, no, the Sheik is the enemy. Why? What? And like, no, it was real. So I feel you on that. For me, it was the bowling alley that was down the street. Like, I could ride my bike to the bowling alley, and there were several games. You know, I go down there. You know, you'd always hunt for quarters, but I go down there, and there were a couple different games that I could beat. I could beat on a single quarter. One of them that I could beat on a single quarter was 1942. I could beat 1942 on a single quarter. I love bullet hell games anyway. I've always loved bullet hell games, but 1942 I could beat on a single quarter. Now the game that kind of you're talking about playing with multiple players, Sturdy. The game that I remember was going to the coin slot in Traverse City in the mall, and we went there. And people would go there for their birthdays. You know, in Ludington, that's like a 45-minute trip up there. And like up north. I mean, in Michigan, we just say up. But we'd go up there, and I was always good at Marvel versus Capcom. My whole life, I've been good at it. And my friends would get so mad because I would pick Wolverine, and I knew the combo, so that way they could never. Once I started the combo, they couldn't do anything. And I had a friend who, you know, we're in like 7th or 8th grade. I had a friend who was taller than me, and I caught him in the corner, and I just started juggling him with Wolverine. And he just, instead of playing the game, turns around, he starts just punching me in his shoulder because he's like, "This is not, you're not playing the game." He just starts punching me in the shoulder. And I'm like, you know, trying to keep, you know, you do Berserker Barrage and then Drill Call, like for the original one anyway. To juggle him, and I'm just trying to put in the combo for it, and he just keeps punching me, and I'm trying to do it. Like arcade could be like so. That's one thing that like we missed in the late '90s, where we're playing 4-person or 2-person in the living room, whatever it is. Like you would get like angry, like legitimately angry at your friends. And that was something that, like, I remember in 1992, somebody stole my life in Contra. And I never... so I'm 9, and I had never beaten it. And a guy stole my life as we got to the end of the game. We're in the final level. We got to the alien at the end. He steals my life, and it took me down to 0, and I died. And then he came in, and I was like... Because I was the better player. I kicked him down the stairs.
Wow.
I kicked him in the chest down the stairs. As a 9-year-old, he went down the stairs. This guy, like...
Dan, of course you did. Of course you did, Dan.
Gaming was different back then.
You were, yeah, it was. Oh man, you didn't fuck around. And dude, first of all, Wolverine was awesome, but if you couldn't do Wolverine, you had to play Colossus.
Oh yeah, Colossus. I loved Iron Man not Iron Man. Sorry, Iceman. Because
Iceman was good. Yeah,
he could juggle people really easily.
And Cyclops wasn't bad, but it just wasn't one of the better ones. But that and the Simpsons game are big ones.
Yes.
Where I used to go, we used to go camping.
Turtles.
The whole family went to like this
Oh, I gotta camp.
it was not a resort, but it was like, you know, they had the mobile homes or
mobile home kind of place,
camping or tent camping stuff, and my whole family had like a row of mobile homes, like it was like our street, and you know, we would go every summer, and up at the general store when we did all the check-in stuff, they had this awesome arcade and pool table and everything. Dude, we were always playing Tekken. That's where I fell in love with Tekken. That's where I fell in love with. Well, first of all, that's where I fell in love with pinball in general.
Mm-hmm.
You know, don't sleep on the pinball in the arcade things. And one thing that's very cool is this place called Back to the Media that's in Winchester here. It's now opened up. It like expanded into the next spot, and it's opening up an 80s style arcade.
So that's fun. We have several of those.
Michigan has tons of that stuff.
Yeah, very cool stuff, and not that expensive either. A great place to take you know, your loved one or on a date. It's like it's a really cool experience. Yeah, you know. I don't want. I mean, just talking about the bowling alley too. So when you mentioned bowling alley, I can like smell.
You can smell a pizza, right? Like
for me, it's the chicken wings.
Stale cigarettes. Pizza and beer, like that's it. Like,
so we would have that damn Tombstone frozen pizza in the damn pizza oven. To me, still that's good eating. I will eat a frozen Tombstone pizza over almost any damn thing still.
You know what pisses me off? You know what pisses me off about fucking food like that at bowling alley, stuff like that? It tasted so much better back in the day.
Oh,
you're right. You're right.
And whatever preservatives or whatever shit they add to it now, it just destroyed that greasy spoon that, like, they added all those preservatives for the bullshit reason of, like, keeping it fresh. Yeah, right. But in actuality, it's like to like, I don't know. I'm not getting conspiracy theory, but I'm just like, but they changed the taste, and it just isn't what it was. It felt like cleaner. That grease, we earned that grease.
When I got out of the Army, there was a meal that we would make called Schligenschlagen. That's what we just called it. We just called it Schligenschlagen. We didn't know what else to call it.
Schligenschlagen.
We do, because like I didn't get my GI Bill until like 7 months, because anybody who's been in the Army can tell you, like, everything takes a million years. So I didn't get my GI Bill. I was poor as hell, working at Fazoli's, if you guys know what Fazoli's is.
Fuck, I missed that place. Anyways.
I was working at Fazoli's.
Where else?
I know what Fazoli.
I would love to get some drive-through lasagna right now.
Oh my god!
Shit!
It taught me to make really good spaghetti sauce for what it's worth.
Is it good lasagna?
Oh, dude, for fast food, it's good. Yeah.
Yeah, for a fast food drive-through, you would be pleased.
Yeah. Holy Schligenschlagen, that's fucking crazy. I like that word, man. I like that word.
But it would be the 33-cent value time box of macaroni and cheese. We do snatch and grabs at Taco Bell because we were too poor to even afford Taco Bell. Snatch and grabs at Taco Bell and a like 25-cent can of that condensed milk for the macaroni and cheese, and the 50-cent thing of like Hormel chili. And we would put it all in a pot. God, you guys are just unlocking memories about like the frozen pizzas. You could get four frozen pizzas for basically $4, and that's what you could eat. And
the party pizza.
Yeah,
I remember in college.
Pizza. Yeah,
we were always eating. I would get the ramen because you can get ramen. You can get endless amounts of ramen.
Ramen, frozen pizzas, and Schligenschlagen. I lived on it for a year.
You're sleeping on one because you got to get your fruits, you got to get your vegetables. Those are always cheap too. You can get those real quick. But don't forget tuna.
Yep, tuna.
Tuna was nice. Tuna. And we used to make the ramen and the tuna into like a little, I don't know what you call it, casserole.
Yep.
So
yeah, I mean, ain't nothing. We would. I mean, if you're lucky enough to get a sandwich maker, you could always do the spaghetti sauce with the mozzarella cheese and the little sandwich maker also.
Yep.
And in a pinch, back in the day, if you had like $5, still a questionable meat, but you can get ground beef and you can get hamburger helper and you can
tubes.
have
Are you
2
talking
meals.
about the tubes? The tubes.
Yeah, the big old tubes of beef. You can get like 2 or 3 meals out of that.
Shit, I won't bat an eye at some 2 damn beef and shit. I'll go if it's on sale.
Oh, it's on sale real quick.
I'll be like 3 pounds for $10. Fuck it, I don't give a fuck if it's in a tube or not. Shit, I don't care.
Wait, let's get the movie. Let's get to the movie.
Oh yes.
I don't even remember what happened. I'll just give my rating now.
What are we giving it out of?
First of all, maximum drive speed. We cannot forget that. We cannot forget that was said in this movie.
Multiple times though. Like
Al Young, baby. That's all I'm gonna say. He gets. Listen. When I get to my rating, 4 of those points are just because Al Young had enough
and
dialogue.
More importantly, it takes place at Kung Fu Island, and I froze again.
Your volume got real loud.
This is OBS. There he is. Invisibility cloak.
I'm back again. Magic.
This is a well-produced program tonight.
Very well. Very, very, very well.
We need to get Tim. Engage Tim.
Zero responsibility. I blame OBS.
Where is Tim?
Tim's brushing his hair.
No, Tim went. No, dude. Tim watched that terrible Barbara Crampton movie tonight.
Oh, I know it's over by now, though.
So what's he doing now? Dancing?
Yeah, I guess he's probably in bed by now. But like, I watched that movie and I was so disappointed. But anyway, Troy, what was your rating?
Out of what? Out of 10 or out of 5?
Give us a. I do a completely different rating than everybody. I go from -10 to +10, and that's because of a movie called Blood Lake.
Blood Lake is a -10.
I hate ridiculous.
Fuck them.
I would say
fuck the fact that I couldn't get the rights to it. Fuck that for a second. Can we just mention that they would not give me the rights to a piece of shit film that meant nothing?
Mm-hmm.
They wanted
10 grand. I offered them 10 grand, man.
and dude, I was ready to go. Sequel and all. Let's do it.
Oh, Mick would have produced the hell out of that.
Dude, let's talk off air. I want to tell you about a new idea I had.
I think I would give it like I can't even really rate the damn thing. I would just say that it's watchable. It was enjoyable.
You put a number on it. We all put numbers on it here. You pick those numbers.
I will give it a 2. I will give it a 2 out of 5.
Okay.
And but I mean it in the most positive.
I'd say it's about a
type of way.
I'll say it's a 4 out of 10. But you don't have to be positive. You don't have to. If you don't like it, you don't have to be nice about it. Trust me.
I
heard your review of Monkey Man. You're not nice all the time.
Well, Monkey Man was a piece of shit, but that was the most overhyped movie I've ever seen in my damn life.
There we go.
I liked it.
I had to hear that come out of him. Now I know he's capable of saying that and doing that. Now, what about you, Shake?
So I got 2 ratings, 2 completely separate ratings for this movie. The actual film, I agree, Troy, like a 4 out of 10. It's enjoyable to just sit down and watch one time. Not gonna revisit it. Now, for the titties, I give it a 10. I give those titties, I give them a 10. I give them a fucking 10. All day long, I give those titties a 10.
Well, I think that's agreeable all the way across the board.
Yeah.
And plus, you had Terry Weigel in it, so that might make me bump it up to a 3 because she was in it.
Oh yeah, she was cute too.
Yes, back in her heyday before crystal meth and whatever else the fuck happened.
Not all crystals are good crystals.
Yeah. All right, so Al Leon got me 4 points, and titties adds 2 more. I'm going to give this a 6.
6 for titties?
6 for titties. But I'm giving it 6 points. Now, listen, we have a 20-point scale here. just happens to be in the negative. So those 6 points rest comfortably from -2 to 4.
And we're still back to where everybody else is, basically.
Yeah, we're at a 4 out of 10. I feel like it. Yeah. I mean, like, we don't regret watching it either.
Not at all.
No.
I'm gonna say this.
Hell, I might watch it again.
I'm giving
watch Hard Ticket to Hawaii. It's better.
Okay.
I'm giving this a 6. It was funny. I had a good time with it. I have the nostalgia of sneaking and watching it with my brothers, which was even funnier, like thinking back and looking back at it. And then seeing how ridiculous this movie actually fucking was. Like, as an adult and watching this movie, like, this movie was fucking bad. But it was enjoyable. I had fun with it. It was weird. It was stupid. It made no fucking sense. How the hell are they crawling around in dirt, rolling around fucking in a fucking storm, flying a plane? They're changing their tops, titties out and everything.
Titties hanging out in the storm.
There's no craziness with the plane. They're still flying smooth. And then they just change these tank tops and they're fine the whole time.
There's just so many titties in this.
And you want to know the funny thing? The funny thing is I had less questions about this movie than I did Monkey Man.
I don't care. I still liked it.
You know what it is? I'm going to tell you right now. You were hypnotized.
Hypnotized.
Maybe so. See, this is gonna be the thing me and Mick are always gonna disagree about.
So, okay, tell me about Monkey Man then, because I'm not familiar.
Watch it. No,
God damn it, Mick! Like,
new Dev Patel movie.
Watch it.
I think they oversold it as horror more than it is because Jordan Peele produced it.
Okay.
I hate when studios do that. I don't blame either of them. That's a studio thing, marketing. I liked it. I thought Monkey Man did a really good job. Like, because it was like it was trying to be John Wick, but it didn't. But it feel like it strived for more. Like, it added a backstory. The revenge felt deep. Like, you know. And so when you get to it, and I like the progression in the character. He wasn't a great fighter in the beginning. He was a guy who lost, and then he had to train and he had to get better to really take out his adversaries, these people he has revenge against.
that whole part of it too was kind of weird, though.
I will say this: I am probably the only person, and I never say this about movies. That's a movie I wish was a little longer. Instead of doing the montage the way they did, where I wish they showed him over time progress as this hero, this Monkey Man. So by the time he was just infiltrating and taking out their business. And by the time at the end, then he can go and fight them. I thought like more go through the levels before you get to the boss.
Yeah. I just feel like everything I needed to see was in the trailer. I do think like the rooftop, like the one fight sequence earlier in the film and stuff when they were going like through room to room or what, I thought that was badass. But it just seemed like there's like points in that movie where it just kind of just. I'm trying to fight to stay awake. You know, I was like, okay.
That's always hard.
Well, I think if you go into this, that's why I think selling it as like a horror, John Wick style horror movie, I was glad to not know much about this going into it because I was like, this movie is way deeper than what they've let on. It's not this intense thriller. But of course, we are completely taking over Sturdovision and talking about a movie that has nothing to do with it.
Sorry.
So I feel bad for
we reviewed it. We got through the review.
Yeah, but you got to go and check out my review of Monkey Man if you want to know what I think. It's up.
Monkey Man.
Yeah. If you want to see the main villain decide to just be sitting off in the back corner washing his damn feet instead of trying to get the fuck away, well, enjoy Monkey Man. Anyways. Enjoy yourself and watch Savage Beach
and get hypnotized.
Yes,
I love it.
Biggie, can't you see?
Do you watch The Boys, Sturd?
The Void, you said?
The Boys.
Oh my god!
I need to get back into that. I watched the first 2 seasons.
Why do I feel like this quartet right here that we're doing right now is like The Boys? Like that's.
The four of us are like the boy. I don't think you've watched The Boys.
Is there a version of a character as the voice of reason? Then I would
so like Troy, you, like yeah, that's I feel like
As wild as that show is, I feel like we would probably be the voice of reason because we're not that fucking crazy.
I'll be serving as the role of Butcher for this episode.
I hear it's really good.
It is. From what I've seen, the first 2 seasons, it was enjoyable. I think season 3 was taking a while to come out, so I just kind of stopped and forgot about it, and I kept saying I was going to get back into it and just didn't.
Oh, I'd say it's so good. It's my best part. The best part about it is it's like live action South Park. It pulls 0 punches, and like I love the fact that it holds back on nothing. Like it's so irreverent, and
that's the way it should be, though.
I agree.
Across the board. Yeah.
Like it's so irreverent, and like it's live action Dave Chappelle. It's live action South Park. It's live action like pulls no punches on anybody, and it says, "I really don't care what you think about what I'm demonstrating. Here it is." Like
you need that type of art. I think it's important if you like it or not. If you don't like it, just fucking don't watch it. That's the easiest way to.
You don't like to be hypnotized.
But that's all.
Turn off Savage Beach.
Even the shit that we don't like, even the shit that is offensive and stuff like that. And it's not just the art. It's like there's more to it. If it's, I may not agree with it. I may not like it. It may be lousy. It could be anything. But I just don't have to focus on it.
Yeah, it's just your mindset set the right way. It's kind of like when we talked about a couple of nights ago about if you already have these preconceived hiccups and stuff about you in your inner being. If you go to certain movie, you're automatically not going to like it just because of the way you feel about social things or cultural things already. So you've already ruined the experience. So why even go? Or why even make the video tell me this stuff sucked when everything's going to be similar to this? You're going to tell me it's going to suck because you have some other internal issue that's going on outside of movies.
Lots of people do that.
No, there's a whole bunch of popular ones out there, but what can you do?
Yeah, just enjoy the ride, enjoy the show.
I would say that about Savage Beach, right? Is like it's about enjoying just what you're experiencing, and okay. So, in your opinion, think about this for a second, fellas. Like passive versus active response to media, right? So, for the longest time, media was passive. We sat back. And think about it as we were children, right? We just talked about the arcades, right? Or any of that. We sat back. Media happened to us. Do you think that the modern kind of like transformation of active recipient of media is a positive for creativity?
Say it again. Ask the question again. I want to
think about this. Like, passive is like it's happening to me. Active is I'm responding to it, right? In the modern age, I feel like people are nonstop responding to things. Like something happens, and instead of letting it develop, they are immediate. It's like a knee-jerk. I'm reacting to it.
Oh, because everybody wants to be first.
Well, no. Reaction comes from suppression most times, and most voices have been suppressed. Now that we have a global network where we can reach out and voices can extend everywhere, you're gonna hear more voices. Everybody has an opinion. Everybody has it. So, it's. So I think it just got louder, like the media. The media just got louder with the more channels that came about, and the more money they could see being pulled in. And so it's basically every 20, 30 years you see sort of a revolution, kind of the social revolution kick up in this country. And that's when it starts getting even more reactionary. The public is always like reacting to things. And right now it's tantrumy. I'm not going to lie. It's tantrumy about how much people are pushing back about I'm offended, so you can't do that. And that's not how life works in any way, shape, or form. You're offended. You being offended means shit to me. That's you. I don't care. I mean, I may care if I care about you, but like, if I'm not being offensive, if I don't have the intent to offend, I'm sharing a belief or sharing it. And like, listen, I'm not saying that those beliefs cannot be offensive within themselves or have offensive nature, But if I'm not being offensive, I'm not, like you said, if I'm not shoving it in your face, is just who I am, and you're offended by me and my thoughts, tough shit. Like, but that's not the world that some people don't want to live in. They want to be like, hold them accountable. And it went haywire, and we lost track of the people we should have been looking at.
Yes. Yeah, you're exactly right. You're exactly right. Because the things that people should be held accountable for is so diluted right now with all the other things that are going on. So it's kind of screwy.
Can we just say this one thing with accountability, as far as like people that complain about what's going on their TV or on their YouTube and all that? What about you not being accountable for you clicking that link or going on that fucking channel when you know what type of content is about to be on there? And you know what is going to be on there because you heard about it. You've heard others talk about it. You're going to that channel.
Parents being in charge of what their kids watch? What happened?
I'm not even talking about kids going to. I'm just
but like that's where it starts. That's where the biggest consumption's coming in. That's where the loudest voices are. And then like you have these parents, and I'm not talking about that. I'm not saying that they should be stifled or anything. I'm just saying that you have these parents who get outraged because they're like, well, my kid is into this, my kid's doing that. And that's a big part of this offense culture. And most of it's white people who are parents. It's not really the kids. It's like they're pissed off because the world is fucking burning and it's our fault. And it's their parents' fault. But it's, again, part of the social revolution. This is more... You know who I don't care is offended? People are so pissed off about Gen Z and Gen Alpha being offended. They should be. I'm tired of... They should be because they're pissed off about social issues that matter. The fucking millennials are the ones that are most offended and being like, you need to be canceled. Those are the ones riding this out on both sides of whatever aisle you're looking at. Those are the ones that are... And like that's mine and your, like, that's that range where it's like, and Gen Xers don't help it because they're just like, fuck, we need guns and on the backs of our cars and fucking we need to, it's fucking, and I'm all Gen Xers. I'm not even talking about like, they're ridiculous. So like, it was better in the 80s when we drank from the hose. No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
It wasn't better. It was a time that was fun when we were kids to do it. I'm not saying kids shouldn't do it now. I'm just saying, but it wasn't the be all end all, and people will die on that hill. And it's calm the fuck down. We are in the best hold on one sec, Troy. Sorry. I'm on a rant. And when I'm on a rant, I got to roll. You got to let the steamroller roll. We get to this point where like, and people get so fucking offended. And to get back to that point, a movie like this that was made in 1989. Now, I don't know if it was offensive in 1989, but it was made, and a lot of them were. And a lot of these it sure it was to some people, but we didn't hear about it. Yeah. And we didn't, it was probably church groups complaining, which they should have been complaining about something completely different. We all know that. But it comes down to, if you're pulling this out now and saying, oh, I can't believe this exists, we need to cancel everybody that was involved. I don't see that coming from the real young. I see that coming from our age range.
Yeah.
I'm up for it, Priyanka Rajput.
Yeah, like it.
I have no idea what that was.
I agree. All I can say is that when I grew up, like a lot of these people that have like a lot of these like extreme views and stuff now, I grew up with a lot of these people. I had like a lot of these people like in my home and stuff. And sometimes just to hear some of the things they say or post on Facebook, it's kind of like heartbreaking because they post things now like they've never encountered like an African American in their entire life. They forgot like they had black friends growing up, So it's kind of like it is like frustrating in that regard that happens. But at that point, it's just like I sit there and think I can't save any of these people. I can't try and help them remember that we used to play.
Can I tell a really personal story, Troy? I'm gonna tell a really personal story. Now, I'm personal to me, personal to my wife, and it made me like, I don't know. I just sat back because the way the dynamics work right now is real weird between like myself, my wife, her family. So we are sitting at our cottage with our family, and the George Floyd stuff takes place. Mm-hmm. And I'm outraged. Well, outrage is the wrong word. I'm just like, wow, Mm-hmm. My wife is like sitting there kind of just listening, and her mother starts talking about it. and her mom's white, dad's black. And she started saying some stuff. And Miranda, my wife, was like, what about X, Y, and Z? She and her mother turned around and said to her, I've never thought about you as black. And like, I've always, like, since that was like 2001.
Wow.
Like, wild, right? Wild.
Yeah.
But to shoot her some bail, she might not even think of her daughter as white either. Just think of her as her daughter, not even as like her race. You know what I mean?
That's true.
It may be a little tougher because like I'm mixed. Well, my mother's mixed, so I'm mixed too. But my mother's more mixed, so she understands that more than maybe your wife's mother would, as far as saying that, or like she may just say, I look at you as my daughter, not as black or white. Like I look at you as my child, not necessarily in that sense.
Yeah, but
it's harder to say that if you're. Unfortunately, it's harder to say that if you're white than if she was a darker tone.
I mean, believe me, and she's light skinned, so she's been afforded a specific level of like comfort that comes with that.
I get it.
Like, I get it. She's openly said that multiple times in her life. She went to an all black high school and she fit in with the white kids that were in the high school and the black kids. Like, my wife's like the anti-story. Like, when you have this narrative that takes place in Hollywood, her experience was the exact opposite. She got accepted everywhere. People
like Drake's.
Yeah,
until Kendrick came around.
Well, I mean, my kids
just keep Kendrick away from your wife.
I mean,
If there's anyone with your wife that could rap like Kendrick Lamar,
she hates hip hop. She hates hip hop, so
that's fair. That's fair. Good.
I know. I mean, my kids are mixed and stuff, and my youngest has blue eyes, curly red hair, and stuff, and I've always still treated them like if they were black.
Blake Griffin looking motherfucker.
Yeah, basically, yeah, basically. I mean, it's hard to explain because I know that. Yes, I know they're mixed, but I also know that sooner or later, some of their friends are gonna change and they're gonna say some shit that they shouldn't say. Because it happened to me when I grew up, and I'm not mixed or whatever, but I mean, going back to some of the people I grew up with, sometimes the dialogue and the verbiage changes when you get a little bit older, and some things you would think that you think you would never be called by some of your friends. I was called that shit, and it was not fun. It wasn't fun at all.
I love all this shit. Listen to us having this conversation right now. This actually fucking, it's like shit that matters, right? And it started with a movie like Savage Beach where we're just talking about passive versus active, like whether it's acceptable. And we're talking about shit that matters. That's what I like about this. It's like actual conversation about things that are important.
Because Savage Beach brings people together.
It does. It's all about togetherness with this movie.
That's the reason why it's a 4 out of 5 for me now.
And not just because of the titties.
No, I forgot all about the titties.
But gentlemen, I actually have to run. Been having some issues in my HVAC unit. I got to go check something.
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry to do this to you. It just popped up and I just got the message. So.
Nick, are you getting
you're good. You're good.
We just had in Michigan for the past week?
What?
Are you getting the heat that we just had in Michigan for the past week?
Yeah, it's pretty rough.
Yeah, we had it here in New York too. It sucked.
Heat index was 106 for the past week.
Tell me about your heat problems, me being in the middle of damn hell in Texas. Go ahead, tell me, guys.
Texas is like that every year. I don't want to hear that shit.
Yeah, but
Good night, gentlemen.
Right now, like,
have a good one, Mick. Make sure you guys go check out the Scene Snobs. Go check out the Scene Snobs, people. It's a dope show.
Absolutely.
Oh, and shit, you know what I forgot to tell you guys, which I'm going to tell you guys before I spin the wheel, because I forgot to do this. I'm so sorry.
What, is the wheel spinning?
Yeah, it's a wheel, dude.
The world is yours. You guys know that's Nas. Go check that song out after this episode. That's very important for me to tell you guys that, because you guys didn't know I do the song with the titles and all that shit now. Exploring Savage Beach, which we are doing and continue to do, and all that good shit. But, yeah. Let's spin this wheel to see what's going on next Friday.
Oh, shit, the new movie, yeah. Here we go.
I'm gonna get you, sucker. I'm gonna get you, sucker.
I'm gonna get you. Oh, I love that movie.
I don't know if that's on here or not. There's a bunch of fucking movies on here though.
That was one good thing about like rentals in the 90s. Like living in Ludington where there are no African Americans, I got to rent all this shit. It was just in the rental store, right? Like,
rent me, baby.
One more blue.
I don't even know what the fuck this is.
Yeah, I
House Shark.
What is it?
House Shark. You talk about a ridiculous, hilarious, weird movie. This shit right here is it.
So that's what it is next week.
Yes, sir.
Am I still invited to attend, or do I have to fill out some paperwork?
Nah, you don't got to fill out paperwork for that.
This is not a union operation, Troy.
Okay, well, I'm just trying to figure. I'm like 3 or 4 days in. I'm just trying to figure out what can or cannot be done. But I'll watch some damn House Shark.
Hey man, if you want to tune in and join, I mean, if you want to, come talk about that movie, more than welcome to come talk about that movie. It's gonna be a good time. I've seen that movie before too, a couple times. That movie's fucking funny.
Is that one of the sharks in the pool though? Is it in the pool, Sturdy?
No, I don't think it's in the pool.
That's one I'm thinking of, where like there's a ghost shark in the pool.
Oh no, this you'll see. I don't want to spoil it because it's so weird and strange. When you see it, you're like, what the fuck? What does he have me watching? Why am I watching this shit? Oh, God, Sturdy. This is why, but this is Sturdovision. This is why you watch it, because you're gonna get the weird stuff like House Shark.
House Shark
is gonna be real. It's probably gonna be the weirdest movie we watched on Sturdovision this year. Not the most entertaining. That was Helen Keller versus Nightwolves. That right there.
Yeah.
That right there is in a thing by itself. It's in a thing by itself.
What was the last movie I tuned in? So I tuned into a movie like probably a couple months ago that I bought the Blu-ray while we were talking about it.
Was it Zombie? No.
Hooker Zombies?
Something like that. Zombies versus strippers?
Yeah, that's I got it
like that.
Right there on the shelf. Like,
I forgot what movie it was. I don't know if it was either that or something from a couple of weeks ago. But I remember you saying you're like about to order it right now.
I was so hammered that night. I should not have been buying anything. Like,
was it Blue Sunshine or Rotar?
I was like,
either way.
We had a crew that was five people that night. I feel like 5 people that night. Like, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna buy this right now. But I bought it because it felt like it was like that, like kind of bubblegum anime style movie. That's what you guys were talking about.
Oh, it was Mutant Girl Squad.
Was that? Oh yeah.
Have you watched it? Have you watched it since you bought it?
I got it in the mail and I never watched it. I haven't watched it yet. But I'm a principal. I'm really fucking busy.
Yeah.
Show it in the school. Show it in the auditorium to all the kids.
Oh yeah, no big deal. Pre-K through 8, just.
Oh, 8th graders, make their permission slip. We're showing this movie. Show the parents first. Like, listen.
Here's my report on Savage Beach.
Oh my God!
Not Savage Beach. Mutant Girl Squad.
Like some of the boys be like, "Them titties were nice."
Pretty much. Pretty much.
You're froze, Sturd.
Oh, here we go again with this bullshit, OBS. Trying to make me look bad. You ain't gonna slow me down though. I'm just gonna keep coming back.
Why do you think the camera's doing that? I had a problem. I had a problem a couple weeks ago. I had to reinstall the drivers.
I may uninstall OBS and reinstall it. Sometimes it just acts stupid like that, and then sometimes it's just perfectly fine. I don't know. I wish I knew, because it's getting annoying.
I bet, man.
It's getting annoying.
I'm gonna wrap it up, Sturd. It's been a long night for me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm gonna wrap it up soon too. But you have a great night. Go make sure you check out the scene sounds for him as well.
Hey, check it. I should be back. I'm on vacation now. I should be back by next Friday. I'd love to tune in for Ghost Shark.
Yeah. Oh, House Shark. House Shark.
House Shark. I had Ghost in my head because it was the Ghost in the pool.
That one, I don't know if I'm gonna be doing a watch party for. That'll probably be like every other Friday. But okay. I will let you guys know once I figure out where it is. I believe it's on Tubi.
Tubi, probably. It's always on Tubi, dude. It's all
something like that. And it's worth the watch.
Yeah, Savage Beach was on Tubi for sure.
Yes, it was.
I did my research.
Yes, it was.
All right, fellas.
Have a good one, man. Appreciate you stopping in here.
All right, have a good one, dude.
Have a good night.
I'm gonna get this one wrapped up pretty much anyway. Appreciate everybody that was watching and hanging out with us. Appreciate all the comments and shit. Hopefully you guys talk some more. Yeah, go check this movie out though. It was a fun movie. It's another turn your brain off, but not really like like in a weird way, turn your brain off. More turn your brain off because it's a stupid movie.
Yeah.
But it's fun.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna like try and adapt any of the lifestyle or the practices in this movie in my everyday life by any stretch of the imagination.
I would not recommend that. You're not going to survive. You're not going to last very long at all. You're going to end up in jail.
Yeah, you'll be in jail and canceled and stuff probably by noon tomorrow.
Shit, by the time you get outside, for about a half hour, an hour, because you'll be naked at some point.
Yeah. That's going to create some damn problems right there in itself.
You're going to end up either in jail or in the hospital. There's something wrong with him.
I do want to know how they kept their laundry so damn clean, though. That's one thing I do want to know. That's a life-changing thing right there.
Like that right there, I would be like, yo, listen, Bounty. Listen. I mean, these shit is clean. Yo,
I've never seen so many they were going walking, it was like dirt in the air when you skipping up.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, yo, when you walk through the woods, I don't care. You don't wear all white. You're gonna get at least a light dust on you, light dirt on you.
Not with them. They had that sheer going on where the shade color match system. They had it going on.
It must have been when they changed their tops on that airplane. That's what did it. That's what did it.
Well, see that I think that was the key part in the movie where we knew that things were going to be took it to another level in the film. Like sometimes where like the movie's kind of like stagnant, it kind of drags a little bit. But we knew at that point they get ready to step on the gas and stuff. The movie's just going to just go to a whole other level.
And right after, honestly, after that, it started to go to the next. It just went to the next level, and it
yeah, and riveting stuff.
It's something that I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you and say I highly recommend it, but I do feel like it is a fun enough watch.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm gonna say that I have a greater chance of watching this movie again than Monkey Man, and I'm being 100% dead serious. I know Mick's gonna get mad. I'm being 100% honest.
I love that though. I love that, and what I love about that, and this is another reason why I love doing stuff like this and doing movies like this, like Savage Beach. Because he may have never watched this movie. He's never heard of it, he said. So he may have never watched this fucking movie. Now he's saying, this is better than Monkey Man, which Monkey Man came out in theaters. And I didn't see it yet, but a lot of people seen the movie. A lot of people seen the movie.
It's really, really over. To me, it's overly hyped because 2 weeks later, then all of a sudden you start seeing a trailer of The Boy vs. World. And I can't tell. I don't know the difference between both movies. I haven't seen Boy Gets the World yet or Kills the World, but I'm assuming it's about the same or might be better, So, I mean, you got the burger, Bob's Burgers guy voice is the character or whatever. So, I mean, that's a selling point at least. I don't know. Monkey Man just didn't. I was just let down.
Didn't do it for you.
No, it happens. I mean, there's movies. It's like something like I'm told that what's that movie? Quentin Tarantino, Reservoir Dogs. I'm told it's like this great blockbuster movie, but unfortunately, there's some movies that will make me fall asleep, and this movie will make me fall asleep every single damn time. And it might not be. The movie might be great, and I would love to see it, but for whatever reason, it's sleep pills for me.
Hey man, that's fair. We all got our movies. We all got our franchises and shit. I'm gonna tell you mine right now.
What's that?
I cannot stand Indiana Jones movies. I've recently watched them. I would say about maybe a year ago, more or less, on the other show, Popcorn and Pints. We reviewed them. First 4, didn't like them. I rewatched them again. I think I gave them all a 2. I was like, I don't see the hype. And I'm going to throw some extra shit on there. And this is before we wrap this shit up and before I show you guys my merch, which I hope you guys still buy it. I'm going to throw some extra shit on there.
You don't watch me have a heart attack on the air. Go ahead.
You want me to tell you what movie I like better than all 4 of those movies combined?
What?
You ready? And I'm being dead serious. We reviewed this movie as well on Popcorn and Pints.
What?
Are you ready? Take a deep breath. Are you sure you're ready for this one?
Sure.
I like the Dora the Explorer movie way better than Indiana Jones. The live action movie. It was yo. There was a part where they get into some shrooms, and that shit was hilarious. They turned it into a cartoon for that part.
God,
And they know it's a cartoon.
You're literally just kicking the shit out of childhood Troy. Childhood Troy, my brain's like running like.
But the thing is it's like the cool thing about it is it's like you could still enjoy it and love it. And I love that there's still fans of it, and I love that there's fans. I love that there's probably people right now that are listening to this and hear me like, this guy's fucking stupid. He doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. I love that because you guys love those movies so much. You defend them so much. Yeah. And that's your opinion. Go ahead and have it.
True.
Cool. For me, fuck them.
Really, The Last Crusade to me, I thought that was damn near a perfect movie. Really, for real.
I don't want to see any of them ever. I might watch part 5, especially if we review it over on the other show. If not, I won't watch it.
Jesus.
Like, I don't want to ever see those movies again in my life. I don't need to.
Well, I understand. Well, I can respect
I'll
that.
say more, they're like how Mick was saying the other night, how he was retiring. Those are retired for me. Like, locked in a vault. There's no, oh shit, I feel like watching this. Oh man, this is on the TV. I'll change the channel. I'll turn the TV off if I can't find anything else.
I get it.
But I don't mean that to be disrespectful. I just wasn't really that excited for him. I just they're just okay.
Is it because is it kind of like because it's like a time period piece? It's kind of set in a time period.
I don't mind that. I even said this, and this may be a bunch of bullshit. If say the same kids from the Goonies did that movie, I'd probably like it better.
Well, the Goonies is a great movie.
The Goonies is amazing, but I'm saying if it was that same cast, the kids, if it was like kids doing that, I would have probably enjoyed it more. And there I go freezing again.
Well, yeah, you froze, but I mean that makes sense though too. I can see that.
I mean, I could be absolutely wrong. It could be with the kids, and it could absolutely suck. I just didn't really care for it.
The Goonies kids are a unique set of kids, so I think in terms of using the Goonies kids, I think they could have been in several different type of movie genres, and it would have worked. Hell, they could have been in Monster Squad. They could have been in hell. You could have had them like in a Scream series, damn near.
You could have had them in quite a few things.
Yeah, so that type of level of camaraderie they had to work in several different films, I think. So yeah.
Well, yeah, but before we
Savage Beach, maybe.
Yes, Savage Beach. And if you want to look. Listen, if you want to go to Savage Beach, you should probably get one of these Keep It Original shirts. You can wear this on Savage Beach. I made sure you can wear this on Kung Fu Island, actually. You can wear this on Kung Fu Island. And you can get to Savage Beach over on Kung Fu Island. You get one of these shirts, and you get a nice glass to drink some nice Savage juice out of, fresh coconuts, fresh something over there, fresh pineapples. You've seen the pineapples in the movie. You've seen the pineapples. They hid drugs in the pineapples.
Yeah, in Texas people know there's some places you might drive by. You go in a grocery store, somebody might have their pineapple upside down. You want to know what that means and stuff? I'll share it another time.
They'll share it another time.
It's just talking about Texas being free. That's all.
Hey, we'll have to have another Discord conversation. You guys should tune in for Discord.
Yeah, because it's some true stuff. I can tell.
That's where we really get crazy. But listen,
some real stuff.
Make sure you guys check out Horror with Sir Sturdy. Make sure you guys check out the Scene Snobs. Make sure you guys check out Popcorn and Pints. Thank you guys for popping by. Thank you guys for just sitting here and listening to us talk about this stuff. I'll see you in your nightmares. Peace. And Troy's got a show coming out in the near future, so you guys are going to check that out as well. Peace.
Yeah, well, yep. You guys think?
Go ahead.
No, it's going to be coming out in August. I'm just figuring out some details. I just want to just make sure it's ready because it's a tough act to follow these guys. Man. They're excellent.
You're natural. You're natural. You just gotta let it flow. I know I'm frozen, but that point is cool. So just let it flow. It looks like I'm just speaking some knowledge, like that voiceover shit. That's what's going on right now. Just let it flow, man. You got this. Let the nerves go. You seem like you can free flow and talk and all that good shit on lives. You're gonna knock it out the park. I can't wait to see your show and be a part of it. But again, I'll see you guys in your nightmares. Thanks for watching. Peace.